Hello, David Snowpack here from Snowpack Games. This is my final Jam devlog for my Jam game in the Godot Wild Jam number 22. I'm probably going to do like a post-mortem kind of video after the Jam, but this is ending in how long? 16 hours and 45 minutes. So I don't think I'm going to be able to record any more devlogs before then, but after I submit it, probably on Monday, when I've had some rest, when I've had some sleep, I'll record a post-mortem about the Jam. And if I continue working on the game, of course, I'll blog about it and record videos and stuff. But who knows? Who knows what the future holds? I'm only thinking about the next 16 hours, 44 minutes, and 42 seconds. So what have I worked on today? So I'm going to play this with a controller because there is now full gamepad support. There was gamepad support actually as of a few days ago, but you couldn't get through the menus. You had to still click on the mouse at the menus. And the fact of the matter is, this plays best with a gamepad. It's right in the controls section. So the first thing that you'll notice is that there's a new stage. I started building out what is kind of like the intro section to what could be like a proper game stage. I don't know if this is what we're actually going to include in the submission. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. Perhaps David's going to come up with some really awesome stage at the last minute. Maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, so this stage, like I said, is an intro stage. It includes like these kind of tutorial little bits because I'm like really worried that people, or I was really worried that people were going to play it and not realize that you could change the follower behavior. Because that's a sort of weird thing to do. So anyway, you come and you find these followers for the first time. You flip the switch. It reminds you about the follower behavior switch thing, which you can see up in the upper right hand corner. So I have it set to follow. I'm going to try and get these dudes to follow me and then switch to attack at the last second because that is the best way to do combat in this. And then they'll just go crazy on him. So, why am I stuck? Yeah, that's one thing. I asked some people to play test it, and that's one thing that's gotten constant complaints is the minions getting stuck on each other. So you go up here and it'll give you another tutorial thing saying, hey, you're about to go through this crazy trap. This might be a good time to order them to stay. Oh, and the staying thing. Oh, come on, guys. Get out of my way. Yeah, I really should try and fix that. Staying is new. So before you only had attack and follow, and now you have attack, follow, and stay, which just kind of makes them mill about wherever it was that you told them to stay. Because otherwise they would continually walk into these spikes. Which is annoying. But here we have this little switch. We can turn off the spikes. Now I'm going to go get those guys. Come on, guys. Let's go. Follow me. I guess I have to go near them kind of a region at a time here. Let's get them all following. Let's head up through here. Continue on our way. Come on, guys. Let's roll. And then here we have this sort of prison section, which I really like. Because it forces you to, again, mess with that group behavior. The best strategy here is to free your guys and then put them on attack, not put them on attack before then. And then they just go nuts and destroy those wizards. Oh, come on. Last guy. Come on. I want to get my full score here. Let's get my full score. So that's another thing. I added a scoring at the end, depending on how many monsters you manage to save. And it's how many monsters you get to stand in this room when you walk out the end doors, how many monsters get counted. I rescued 7 monsters. I think that's the full complement of monsters. I'm not sure I've ever done that before. So you escape, and that's that whole stage. Oh, I can't believe how much time and work and effort I put into this for that like 5-minute game. But another major thing that I worked on this time was the balance. So you'll notice that actually wasn't that difficult. I had some good strategies. I utilized the command switcher. And still, if I try to go after a wizard on my own, it is legitimately hard. Well, I might not actually even be able to do it. We'll see. Oh, geez, come on. I couldn't do it. So like when I used the good strategies and the good when I use the good strategies, which really involves getting all of my followers and giving them kind of the right commands at the right time, it was super easy. Like I just breezed through there and made it out with all my guys alive. But if I try to go it alone, I dive, which is the intention. Like I spent a lot of time tweaking the wizard stats, and the sort of key that broke it for me was the wizard's cooldown time. I had the cooldown too short before, and he was able to just like take out 3 guys running at him. But I got that tweaked right, and some other things tweaked right, and the wizard is super hard on his own, and super easy with the good group and with utilizing the behavior changes. So what else did I do? I think that's really it. You know, there were lots of tiny bugs and stuff, but that's all the things. So for tomorrow, I am a little undecided on what I should work on. So there's like the movement things, so the minions not minions, I'm trying to call them followers now. In the code, they're still called minions, but followers is more like lore, correct? So anyway, the followers, making them move better and not get in your way would definitely be cool. But I'm not sure that, like, it makes the game less annoying, but does it make it more awesome? I don't think it makes it more awesome, just less annoying. So the other thing is, like I said, this is kind of an intro stage. It's not my full concept for what I think the kind of puzzles and challenges there could be in this game, but it was what I could get built today. So where I want to go with this is you get to the last room and there's this switch, right? I'm thinking about having another switch that you flip and it gives a message that says, that switch had no apparent effect. Maybe it unlocked something else deeper in the dungeon. Should you explore deeper to see if you can free more of your comrades, or cut your losses and run now, or something like that, right? Like a mysterious switch that opens something deeper on to have more extended play. That you can optionally go do, and that'll be kind of like the real stage. And what that will open up is way at the beginning, when you come into this first room, there's this set of spikes over here, and it will open those spikes, which will then lead to these corridors, which I'm imagining would be a big circle. So you would kind of go all the way around, do all the things, hopefully end up with more followers than when you went in. Hopefully they don't all die. And then you'd come back out here, walk out and leave. But I don't know if I'll have time to do that. I feel like that, though, would make the game the most awesome, as opposed to just less annoying. One thing I wanted to do really quick, I don't know if it'll be interesting, but like each of these rooms kind of has a concept to go with them, because it's a tutorial space. And I mean, even if it wasn't a tutorial space, I'd have a concept for each room. But this room is like the learn the controls room, where you play around with the buttons and see what everything does. This bottom room is actually just a duplicate of the room from the title screen. So it's sort of like this is where you imaginarily started. Then your door opened mysteriously, and then now you're standing here. So then you do your first switch. So now you know how switches work. Maybe you walked into those spikes, and now you know how spikes work. Then you come over here, and this whole area is to teach you about switching your follower behavior. So yeah, remember you flip this one, you get the menu. You have to sort of lead these guys out of the room in follow mode. Then you have to switch to attack mode and get there. So that teaches you follow and attack. Then up here, you're forced to learn to tell them to stay. And then this is kind of your first real like puzzle challenge in the game. Not a very sophisticated one, but it's a fun one. I like that there's the spikes here, and the other monsters will just like casually walk into the spikes if you don't do this in the most optimal way. And then, you know, victory. So I think that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you after the jam. Take care.